built this tool hutch back in 2002, and it served me pretty well, and I like everything about it except the pegboard. I put these hooks up here when I originally set this whole thing up, and I've really never touched them. I guess I like to be somewhat organized, just not neurotic about it. I've got a lot of different types of screwdrivers, and I'd like to keep most of those on here. Just a better system than these holes, which I've ran out of holes and I end up just throwing these in here. I've also got a lot of pliers, and although those aren't woodworking tools per se, I use them a lot, so I'd like to have a better system for them rather than trying to find an empty hole to put the handle into. And for the most part, I don't even need all of these hammers, so I'm just going to get rid of a couple of these that I don't use. And same with these hand saws. I do use the hacksaw and this saw from time to time. Mostly what I want to do is I want to figure out what tools I use the most frequently and the rest of them store someplace else, like a crowbar. I really don't use that very often, so I can certainly put it away in a drawer. I've also got things like a dusty hand drill that I think I've used, well, never. I think the first thing I need to do though is take all of these tools down. Boom, they're gone. I'm making some fringe cleats by cutting some plywood strips at 45-degree bevels. The way the French cleat system works is that you have one strip hanging on the wall this way, and then whatever hangers you have an opposite 45-degree angle that just drop down in like that and hold it securely. The back of this is 1/4-inch plywood, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw these cleats right into that plywood and then just into the wall. I'm going to use a 2x4 to make holders for these saws. I've got some 1/4-inch plywood and I'm going to glue it to one of these strips. I'm going to grab the saw that goes with that piece, and then I'm just going to try to figure out where it hangs straight. Then I can draw a line around that. I can glue these on. And after letting that glue dry for a few minutes, I can screw these on. Start putting my saws up here and see how they're gonna fit. I might as well put the rest of these strips on now, and then I can just rearrange everything how I like it. I'm not sure if I'll put another strip down here or not. I'll just have to see how it all starts to work out. To make angled holes, I'm just going to tip this over on its side. I'm just going to glue some dowels in those holes. I'm going to make some wedge-shaped cutouts in this 2x4 and see if that will hold the screwdrivers. And I'll glue this onto this cleat. My idea behind this hanger is no matter what the thickness of my screwdriver, it'll be able to fit in there. If I've got a narrow one like this, it can go all the way to the back or however. Okay, for the plier holders, I've cut a couple of boards and I'm just going to put a dowel in it and then glue it to this cleat. I'm still going to need one hanger that just has holes in it. Here I've made just a simple block for these squares. as it turns out, these wedge-shaped screwdriver holders aren't such a good idea after all, as I pull off screwdrivers and they just tend to fall out of there. So I've got a fix for it. All I'm going to do is glue a board on the front of that. There. I could still get different size screwdrivers up in these, but they won't fall out. And actually that gives me more room so I can stick in some other things like my scribe and some calipers. Well, there's my new organization, and since it really feels like spring today, I actually cleaned up the whole workbench and everything. You can really get creative in making different types of hangers and that sort of thing. I've seen some where people make little shelves and that sort of thing. I don't really need any shelves because I have shelves, but anything that I want to hang, I think I may always be coming up with new hangers. Thank you everybody on Facebook who helped me out with this project. A couple of weeks ago I asked how you store your hand tools and I got lots of good responses, and that's why I came up with the French cleat system. If you're not already on my Facebook page, go over there and like it right now. And I will talk to you next week, and I'll be over this cold that's killing me. It's killing me, I'm telling you, killing me.